Hello everybody and welcome back to Naggle Bashes. Um it is incredibly weird sometimes to say goodbye and then hello again, like one right after the other. 'Cause yeah. I keep doing that when I'm recording these back to back. And it's goodbye, hello, and
Right,
weirdness.
right.
I'm certain
Forward,
she will throw herself off the edge if
left, left,
I pick wrong, but I'm not gonna,
forward,
cause cause she's pregnant. That's not right. It's not okay. Um. Anyway. Oh. Anyway. Yeah. As I was saying, I don't know why. It
right,
was like I
left,
was just thinking about it,
forward,
and
right,
I don't know. It's just incredibly
left,
weird and odd.
forward,
Uh, just right, left, right, left, right, left, forward, forward, right.
right, left,
Uh,
right, left,
these
right,
people are pretty athletic. If I saw
left,
that, I'd be like, nope, y'all can go on ahead without me.
forward.
Thanks, Your Majesty.
Alright.
Quick, in my cape. No time to explain.
Shh. Just magical cape. That is straight up magic. I potentially witchcraft. Um, let's see.
Nightmares come in many forms. Once you realize what you are actually afraid of, you can start to deal with the fear.
Holy moly, the what? The some of the the lines in this just hit hard because they're kind
Just
of right.
ahead.
Dude, there's still sometimes where I'm like awake at night in the darkness and I'm like, what
It's not gonna
is
work.
that?
I'm
Because
not
I don't
afraid.
like that.
I figured after that scream you'd be back. Let's pick up our story once again. I wasn't actually afraid of dragons. I was still struggling with the loss of a chakra. Now, my decisions meant the life or death of a kingdom. That's the true beast I needed to wrestle with.
Give me my hat back. Also, call me crazy, but there's something a little off about that goblin. Nice. Yeah, I think this game is teaching some very good
I
morals.
to wear his crown to be a great king. My old hat suited me just fine, and Daventry was ready for a new adventure.
Nice. I wonder which book I need to pull.
Once, in a town just like the one you're imagining, there was a beautiful castle that stood high on a hill. All were welcome here. Well, everyone except for the pests. The townspeople cried out to their king, "We must be rid of these rats! They're scaring our children and stealing our cheese. One even ate a baby." The town had
It
become
looks like that
very
one
unpleasant
French
indeed.
bridge troll.
Every morning, gold coins clanged through the water well carrying wishes for a better town, but the rats remained. The king, in his finite wisdom, had also been casting wishes, for he desperately needed a plan. As wishes would have it, a wandering piper appeared at the castle gates. The piper offered to expel the rats from the kingdom if the town would overthrow their moronic liege. "Hear, hear," they cried out. "Our throne is but a seat for a hat rack. Rid us of these pests, and the throne is where you'll rest." The stranger pulled out a small flute and played a pleasing melody. The music summoned the rats out of hiding, and they danced on the head of the king. The king shrieked a high-pitched squeal, but the piper continued his song. The rats were led back to the wooded forest where they belonged. The piper returned to the castle to claim his reward, but his knock echoed throughout the halls, and no one let him in. He raised his pipe, and a new melody was played. He watched the drawbridge lower, and a mesmerized kingdom pranced to his side. With a few simple notes and a turn on the heel, the stranger led them from the castle to the deep, dark caverns below. The throne is now empty, and the well doesn't clang anymore.
Manny knew exactly what to write to incite the horde. He chose every word carefully, fully knowing how the goblins would react to his story. Oh, it was brilliant. They did all the dirty work, and he just sat back and watched. I thought I had bested him in a duel of wits, but the mind games were just beginning.
Of course. Manny. Oh, look, this one. Second whole book pulled. Crazy.
Do nightmares ever come true?
Of course, but real monsters are far easier to deal with than imaginary ones.
Yeah.
Ugh. Goblins ruin everything.
Poor Mr. Fancy Cakes.
His hardest order.
It's funny, they still have their swords.
Distress! Help us, King!
Enough! They're only stories. Can't you just enjoy them for what they are? You've missed the point entirely. Is this how you want your story to be remembered?
Oh.
Wait. How about a new story? Once upon a time, there lived, let me see what I got here. There lived a sweet little goblin who loved adventure. Even in his young age, stories of the goblin's quests had spread around the land. Like the time he... jump-kicked an evil serpent lord. No, that can't be right. Wait a minute here.
It's fun.
Outsmarted the quizzical griffin. In fact, his adventures were so legendary, the goblins decided to make him king. But the goblin adventurer was out of his element and overwhelmed with the work it took to run a successful kingdom. His friends offered their... wisdom. Let me try that again.
Alright. I bet it's hard.
Strength.
Nah.
Let me try that again.
Yeah.
Heart. But it wasn't enough. He was afraid he would never live up to the king who came before. It got so bad that the goblin gave up. But when packing up his things to run away from the castle, the goblin found... He found...
Okay.
No, that can't be right. Wait a minute here. Let me try that again.
I wasn't
His
paying
old
attention.
adventurer cap.
There we go. There we go.
And the goblin realized that he wasn't just here to continue the previous legacy. He was
There we
here
go.
to create his own. One filled with... compassion. And the best group of friends you could ever ask for.
Ooh.
I shall call you
Cool.
King Snaggletooth the Third. Grandpa's gotta hear about this.
Told you he'd save us.
No, I told you he'd save us.
I think it was me, actually.
No, I'm not even sure anymore.
Funny.
All right, Mr. Fancy Cakes, a river barachi.
And that's my story. Some of the details might have changed over the years, and I certainly left out some parts I wasn't fond of. But I found it's best to enjoy stories for what they are, and not for what you hoped they would be. Ah, you've fallen asleep again, and I think it's time I do the same.
Well, that was fun. I hope this video wasn't too short. But, oh. My bad.
You looked like you could use a friend.
Alright. Oh, Mr. Fancy. What? I kinda got them all. What? I'm confused about what these stats mean. Anyway, that was chapter 2. I think that has less episodes, maybe only 3. In all fairness though, they might have been longer. I don't even know. Anyway, that was fun. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you in chapter 3. Goodbye!